What's up, guys? It's Adriana Maya, and I'm back with Spliffs and Giggles, brought to you by the Red Eye District. I have Kendra Heart here, and I'm going to be interviewing her today for my new episode, and I'm very excited.
Me too. We've needed this talk, okay? Aside from everything else, I've been wanting to talk to you ever since.
We had such an interesting start to our first interaction ever together, guys. We could divulge into that and then go on to, because I feel like that's the easiest thing to do.
Go ahead and start with that so they know how we started.
Well, really, first, let's cheers really quick.
I agree. To friends.
Right? To new friendships.
New friendships.
Well, and really rekindling. Because I was genuinely...
I was cool. I just was like, back the fuck up off my table.
I was so interested in you for so long because I had mutual friends with you.
Yeah.
And usually, most of the people that...
down my lip.
Do you want me to get you something?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Hold on. It's a black... Yeah, I'm serious. It's a black shirt. It's okay. it's right.
The foundation.
I like you.
You gotta know. You can't just be like...
It's right. You can't disrespect the art, right?
Okay, what were you saying? Oh, how we begun.
Oh, yeah. I was like...
It was at AVN. First of all,
at
AVN is like the fucking Grammys for porn, to say the least. We'll start there. And we're sitting here, we're sharing a table. We're two separate agencies. She's with her agency and I'm with mine. And it turns out we had one table to share. And that's an issue for us girls that have like tons of pictures and DVDs to sell. And like all of our stuff.
To be fair though, to our credit, the models are really the ones who get gypped in these deals because whether it's the venue promising stuff to the agents or the agents promising stuff to their models.
It's very political.
Exactly. Yeah. Along the way, really the only people who have to deal with it are the models.
And we have to be angry and we have to be like almost so assertive. It's like driving in LA. You know, you got to get your shit in there.
Otherwise, you're never going to make it.
Or nice guys finish last. So me and her, two bad bitches, had to share a table. And I'm like... Because we had two models on our side, and you guys had, like, more than two.
Like 7.
So you guys clearly, like, had more stuff than half the table, which was unfortunate. But in my mind, I was like, this is my fucking half the table. I don't give a fuck about your side of the table. This is my side of the table. So that was just my attitude going into it, and that's where we went wrong. I was like, fuck your shit. Move it over.
And my thing is... I don't really feel like arguing with people, especially at AVN, because unfortunately...
Oh, you did with me.
Well, yes. But again, I don't feel like arguing with people at AVN because unfortunately, even if it's something that can be worked out amongst, like, us, even if, you're yelling and then we talk it...
There are people looking at
exactly,
us. So we did have to maintain professional... To an extent.
There's fans, and then there's security, and then, of course, there's just other talent and, people in the industry that you don't necessarily want to shut that light on.
Sign photos of yours and stuff like that, get pictures with you.
Exactly.
It's a spectacle everywhere you go at AVN.
So, unfortunately, I feel it was a thing of circumstance.
Yeah,
because
that's all it was.
We were kind of... Again, it was like a high-pressure situation. It's AVN. It's our biggest award show, really, for our industry, aside from, like, Expo.
And most people get canceled shoots, so you're already in hustle mode trying to make back what you already lost and plan for your trip. Because we have to cover our own expenses. I don't know if people know this, but we're hustling motherfuckers. And I was just counting money. Like, I was like, I need to make this. I need to do good on my floor so that I can, and honestly, had the whole... nowhere to put my stuff. Oh my God. So, because I put my stuff on the table next to us, do you remember this? Or did you do your own thing after that?
You have to describe it for me to...
Okay, so after me and you had our little, like, argument, it wasn't a fight.
It was an argument.
It was an argument. It was a sure enough argument, though. And we had our little argument, and, like, Anastasia kept her stuff on the other half of the table, and I took all my stuff to the next table that was empty, mind you. But I'm not going to name drop. It belonged to somebody else that they paid for, and they happened to be in the ER at the time. And I'm like, well, look at this table right here. It's all empty and stuff. I'll just use this table. It's fine. I got kicked out over that because she called him in and was like, there's a bitch on my table.
Do you
remember that?
I feel like I kind of remember that, but I honestly think I might actually be confusing you with another girl who had us stand next to the
Wow.
Royal Empire booth. Oh, here's a lighter. if you would
Oh
like my
God,
dear.
don't say that name.
No, but that's, I feel like, what I'm confusing. So I don't think I
Yeah.
actually saw it. I'm pretty sure I was doing like either like content or like a radio thing, because
I'm not sure.
I was like the next 2 days at that booth. I was only there for like an hour for each of those, and most of those I was finding the booth.
Exactly. You're there.
Yeah.
You're there for a short amount of time on the floor. You want to make good sales while you're there, not just.
Well, but that's why I think.
This
Well, I
is
don't know.
crazy.
It is a plus to make money on the floor. That's kind of like it's a really good feel good highlight, but also kind of it can give you kind of a gauge as to where you are in your career and to people who are coming. But
Yeah.
a cool thing about AVN or really any expo is people, when they come, they can just come and see you if you intrigue them. If you know, they don't really have to know your career.
Yeah.
They can just,
Or
oh,
they're
you're
a fan-
hot and I
they're
like
a
your
fan
energy.
Of porn,
Exactly.
And they're a fan of many stars, and they're always interested in knowing new starlets and stuff like that. There's always those two, you know.
Do you think that you found, or excuse me, do you think that you have found more significant relationships in people that have found you online themselves, or people that you've met at AVN and they have gotten to get your, you know, kind of one-on-one where they've maybe gotten a picture with you, or even just, hey, I know who
Oh my
you
gosh.
are, like, because I feel like sometimes the people that I
Great
get
question.
to meet, it's a little, you
Way
know,
more
like
personal.
they hold on to it a little
Yeah.
more.
And I do too. Once I see their face again,
Because you remember.
there's this one guy, and sometimes these guys are super, well, let's just say, you know, they're good to us.
Yeah.
If-
No, they are. They're
good to us.
very sweet.
And if
They
you remember,
pay us.
sometimes, what you gotta remember, we are a service as entertainment. Yes, it's maybe a little bit shamed upon in the public eye, but
Yeah,
you
but-
gotta remember, we're somebody's light that that just lost their, you know, or whether it's to just bust the next nut. You don't know what matter. What your worth is to these guys.
Yeah.
Some of these guys really cling to, oh, when I met you, you were so nice to me, and that's what makes me feel good. And they're like, oh, you remembered me, and I'm like, yeah. But what's your name? I remember you, baby. I'm like, but tell me your name again. And he's like, oh my God, I can't believe you remember me. And he just whipped out, you know, $200 and just was like, here, you know, out of generosity. I was like, no, please don't do that.
Because it made him
He
feel
had
so
to.
good. That's so
And I was like,
sweet.
okay, you know, all right. So like, but I don't like being mean to people. That's why I was so shocked.
Well, but you don't
and I lost
necessarily.
sleep over fighting with you. I was like, fuck. I don't know.
I don't know. I just kind of like how we said. Like, I kind of took it as like, I know what AVN is, and I
It's
knew
a
in hindsight it really
place.
wasn't like we were the ones that argued. But again, like,
Dog eat dog.
I had never met you in person, and we didn't even talk on like a personal level. So
That
even
was the
arguing
first time
with
we
you,
had
it didn't
met,
really.
we were like, fuck your side of the face. Oh, that's
I
how
genuinely, I didn't even remember until I saw your face, and I'm like,
I was
oh
like,
yeah,
hey,
like.
look. No,
I
not me.
I didn't
Not
think twice about it.
Because, like, I don't know.
Did not.
Not me, because like I try to be so nice and so sweet, because sometimes that's all it takes for somebody. You know, you don't know who it's gonna make their day.
Yeah.
So that's all on that. But yeah. Whoa.
Well, I'm glad we had this chance to
Yeah, there's
rekindle
that. That's fine now.
and relight this fire.
That's squashed. It was
because
never a
we
thing
actually,
even.
we actually do have a lot in common, and it's so intriguing to me because I do find that some of the people that I've had some of the like longevity friendships or even like acquaintanceships or whatever you call them with are people that I kind of relate
Clashed
to the
with?
most.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you have such big personalities, like it's almost kind of
That's what I'm
inevitable
saying.
at some
That's what
point.
turned me on to you. I was like, huh. I was like, damn, but I like her still.
Right?
I was like,
I
fuck.
really, honestly, I really liked you online. So that's why when I saw you, I'm like, oh, I remember arguing with you. But to me, I had just taken it. I was like, it's
Take it
AVN,
with a
you know,
grain of
like
salt.
whatever. Exactly.
You did, not me. That bothered me for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's
Well,
just because I'm a small town girl.
Well, no, I feel you. Honestly, for me, I realize in this industry, and just honestly, not even in this industry, but
I
there's
used
so
to
many
be a
instances where
doormat.
instant anger.
Yeah. Yes.
So I've realized that like most of that is
I've grown
just.
as a woman in this industry, and it's because of the industry too. Like, it has taught me so much aside from that. So like, I used to be a doormat, and I'm just fucking not anymore.
Yeah, you got fed up, but I like that. You found yourself
But
again.
like, I thank the industry for that because it sure does
It
teach you life lessons.
Cheers to that, though.
For real.
And
and I think this is a beautiful thing.
Thank
Me
you.
and you.
I'm very glad that you're
Me
here.
too.
I don't know if you guys have picked up on her accent. I was saying that and you can see I'm blushing super hard.
Listen.
I love your accent. I'm like, it's like butter. Like I'm like
all flapjacks.
What did you
Melton. You know? You don't call them flapjacks?
I know you said Melton.
Oh.
I'm like, meow.
I never thought I was country until I went to California.
Oh yeah. I'm not
whoa.
kidding. I was at like a hair place today, like Sally's. And the lady was like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "Oh, Washington State." She was like, "Oh, your accent." Like, I don't have an accent.
About your accent?
What are you talking about? I have an American accent, like very cut and dry.
And especially here, how long have you been here?
Like 6 years.
Okay.
So I'm like,
no, that's not long enough.
I guess I'm like, I don't know. I'm very nice to people when I'm out and about because I feel bad for them working in COVID.
You got your customer service voice, and then you got your real voice.
And I feel bad for that,
hi.
dude. In
You know
COVID,
what I mean?
I've honestly always felt bad for people, but I felt bad for them because my mom was like always a bitch to like customer service people.
A Karen.
I swear to God, I used to hate going to like the store or like grocery shopping with my mom
because you're like,
at some point she's gonna yell at someone.
That's
and then
up.
me and my sister would be like, nope.
That's embarrassing. But yeah, there's you don't want to be an asshole.
Exactly.
No.
But I took that and I was like,
but
nope.
I'll be goddamned if you're gonna fuck me over.
See,
now.
but you know that line.
So,
you're not just a disrespectful person. You have your. I love the self-confidence and like the self-assurance.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, I feel like today
it's definitely learned behavior.
It is. I was just talking to Carmela
It did
Clutch.
not be like I was not like this before.
Well, Carmela Clutch and I were talking, and she said
that. I love her. I just had a conversation with her this morning about you.
No,
She was like, "Don't worry about it. She's gonna love you."
No, she's the best.
Yeah.
And her and I were talking about how social media has kind of like skewed our visions on ourselves, but also other people.
Yeah.
And I asked her this question, but I'm also genuinely interested because I feel like it is different for girls and guys in the industry in different aspects. Did you realize that following certain people on social media was like make or break for your like self-assurance, your confidence, anything like that?
Well,
or did you come to the grounding that
I learned that like right now
I know that's a tough one. I know it is. She was like, "Oh." I was like, "No, I know because I've been thinking about this a lot for myself."
When I learned about Twitter, which I still don't even freaking know. Like that bitch.
Which one would you like?
That was crazy, girl. I don't even. I'm a caveman.
Do you want to hit this one instead, or I can actually roll you another one if you, or you can roll one if you like one.
All right.
I don't mind.
Question.
If you like to, I'll roll it for you. You can literally.
I'll just finish this.
No, I'll roll you your own. You don't have to smoke the whole thing, but you can have a fresh one. You don't have to hit that. All right. You're my guest. Let me treat you.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Yay! This is so okay. Keep talking. I'm listening.
Okay, so listen about Twitter. Okay. Jesus Christ. You're fucking
let's cheers really quick because we just had another rejoining moment. That was so cute. We were like,
I know. You can always tell. Did we just become best friends?
Yep. Do you want to go to karate in the garage?
How old are you?
I'm 24.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I like, when I talk to 18-year-olds now, I'm like, oh my God, you're so teenager now. And I look at them now and I'm like, I didn't used to think that teenagers are so dumb, and they are.
I was hanging out.
So it's I appreciate like an actual conversation.
You want to know what's funny? When I said earlier that we had mutual friends.
Right.
Charlie Heart is one of our mutual friends.
Love her so
but
much.
Charlie was like my savior in the original Cam house that I lived in. I'm not kidding. When Charlie and
Which
I
one was
finally
it, the Cam Soda Mansion?
Yes. Well, I've lived in the beginning one, the end. I've lived in all of them except the new one.
That was fucking 3 porn years ago.
Yeah, it was porn years. Like
that's what
the craziest year. Like, wow, does porn time fly? You guys want to get in a time machine that takes fucking forever?
A porn year is like a New York minute, right? Is that a good?
No, it's so fast, and then looking back on it, you're like, what the fuck? Like,
I know.
how did it happen?
I know, and then you change so much, like mentally, not even physically, but
Okay, what's something, or 2 or 3 things? Because I feel like I've had a bunch of things that kind of like hit me in waves, and then, at different points, obviously.
self-discovery is the first one.
Ooh, self-discovery.
And I told you the ability to just fucking man up.
And speak on how you feel.
Yes.
I love that.
I truly was one of those people that never talked. And now I'm like, no, I have my life to live.
Exactly. Why wouldn't you?
I'm like, I am almost 3 decades old, okay? I'm pushing my 30s, and there's 18-year-olds
You're
popping out.
pushing your 30s.
Yeah.
Okay, so in porn years, or your years, I say porn years, but usually that's like offensive. But when I say porn years, I mean like, what would you say your age is? Because you can
I'm
be
28.
whatever you...
I'm 20. I'll be honest about it. I don't care. But my agent was
28?
all like, don't. Yeah. My agent
I
didn't want to
love
tell
that.
me.
They told you to
They told me to lie about my age.
Honestly,
like,
I feel that.
like,
My agent told me not to specify my race. And like,
What?
well, I don't know what you want me to say, because either way, they're gonna put me in everything, and then sure shit, they put me in everything, like everything. I was on My Latina.
It doesn't matter.
My fucking
it's all about your
Asian.
location, honey. You're Latina.
They were like, you're in Miami and you're yellow
you're
sometimes,
Latina, right?
or tan. No, I'm just black and white. Yeah, I'm
Really?
just black
Okay.
and white. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Norwegian and Kenyan.
Okay. Well, anyways, in this area,
Like the whitest and the blackest.
That's so funny. That's like me. I'm Scottish and Native American.
Oh, you're Scottish. We eat a lot of the same food in Norway.
I don't know what.
Oh, it's cool if you've had it more than once.
What is it?
I mean, a lot of
What
lamb
food is it?
Lamb intestine, a lot of duck.
Lamb? I've
like,
had lamb, baby lamb. Well, that's what lamb is. Baby, right?
there's also like lamb intestine.
You said baby lambs.
I mean, I've eaten it too.
Yeah,
but
roll that out for me. Get me more high. Wait,
I love
lambs?
you. You're like, wait. Oh, what's your sign?
Oh my God! What? Why does this matter to some people?
Because I'm genuinely curious, and it follows up with my next question.
I'm a Virgo,
promise.
baby.
You're a Virgo. Okay. Have you found that you've had any relation to your signs and people that you've had cohesive sex with in the industry?
Whoa, hang on. Roll that back. What?
Have you found that there's any like cohesive relationships from any people that you've met in the industry among like your zodiac sign?
Well,
I feel like a lot of people are very in tune with that lately.
All I can go off is from experience. I am with a Cancer right now, and I was with a Leo, and I was also with a, certain things, certain Sagittarius. My sister is a Sagittarius. My kids are Pisces. My brother is a Pisces.
You've really stretched along the whole bank.
All I can go off of is how they act, because that's all I really know.
But it's all relative.
I go off of cold hard facts. So,
but I do think it's kind of interesting, especially when people say like it doesn't work in certain dynamics and stuff.
But I feel very Virgo. I am a good Virgo because I'm an empath. I am a good mediator. I can carry on a conversation. I can be, I'm a problem solver. I don't know where this queen lion persona came out of me. I guess it came out from the industry. But
honestly,
yeah,
I think it's hot.
I'm a sweetheart.
But I think it's hot that you can have that side when you're secure in your stance, and or at least it's secure in yourself, depending on the situation.
Stay sweet and southern.
But there's a difference between being presenting your information and then being a bitch. And I don't think you're a bitch by any
But I'm a bad
means.
bitch.
Well, yeah.
Just saying.
But that's a compliment. My poor cup got assaulted as I said.
How long
is
it?
Compliment.
It's all fucking foam and shit. Easily knock over.
It's we're going through it.
What is that?
We're working. It's Jameson. I wish. I do love beer. I like
beer.
Most people don't drink
it
it with me. So
I grew up in a vineyard.
Wow, you're my Parent Trap dream.
What? What does that mean, girl?
In the Parent Trap, her
I know
twin
that-
that she finds, her dad owns a vineyard. That's literally been my
okay.
dream since I was a kid, that
Girl,
I would
it
find a
sucks.
twin who
You
has
get
a
attacked
vineyard.
by bees. You get...
Yikes.
It's awful to be a fucking wine tenant.
But
Or
you have
vineyard.
a life skill. What do you mean? That's the coolest shit in the world. You can
I
make
have
your
a
own
lot of
wine,
life
really?
skills. I build... Ooh,
Okay.
never mind.
What are your, like, top, and it could be any number, honestly, because I'm genuinely intrigued by this.
What?
Of non-porn things that you, like, do actively, or, like, hobbies, you know, things you're interested in. Because I feel like you're, like, multifaceted. Like, I really
versatile.
do. I feel like you can kind of bend to what your interest is.
Yes, well, I work on golf carts. I like to lift them up and jack them up. And, like
mechanic stuff or that. So you're not, dudes love that. I love
used to
that.
raise
Fuck
cattle.
dudes.
I used to be a ranch hand. I was raised on a vineyard, and I had to tend to grapes when I was a child. It was like child slavery. It was awful.
Child slavery.
It was child slavery. And I like guns. I like dogs.
Ooh, guns.
I like
Pause.
going to the
What's your
gym every
first
day.
gun you got?
Fucking BB gun. Good old Red Ryder.
Okay, like your first real gun. Not a BB gun.
I got a little 45.
A little 45?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Like, are they little? Like, what? You just said that so casually.
I don't know. I mean, I have plenty. We'll just say that.
Well, I'd say, but you said you're a farm girl, so you've grown up around it. Obviously, it's not anything.
Yes,
newer.
I'm a lot more handy with a shotgun and more rifles and stuff like that.
Nice.
So.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, but.
Do you have a favorite type of gun? Possibly.
AR-15.
My sister got an
Is
AK.
this controversial to talk about?
I don't think it is. I don't
Okay.
care. I like guns. My sister.
I'm serious. My palms are sweating. I'm like.
You can honestly talk about whatever you want. If you don't want to talk about it, you could say skip or bitch stop or.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
You can say whatever.
I just some people are like, well, okay, take it from my friend.
Why? I like guns.
My friend.
So it doesn't.
I know.
It doesn't.
My friend, he was like, okay, and I won't say his name. He's a producer, and he was so anti-gun, and he finally came to me about getting a pistol, and I was like, oh.
Hello. Right? It feels good, right?
I was like, I wanted him to toot my horn. I was like, why do you want a gun, huh? I wanted him to completely come clean and tell me the whole reason. And he's like, well, blah, 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 blah. I'm scared of I won't say it. Anyways. And I was like, but you want 17 mag chamber, right? And I was like, but I thought you deemed those too fucking
You're like
crazy and radical and stuff like that. And you only need 6 shots and blah,
I
blah, blah, blah.
love that you challenged him. I feel like
But
that's,
I was just
it's like
hassling
not.
him. He's
No,
like,
I
good.
love that. I think that's one.
We're total opposites, me and my friend, and like shout out to Mark Blaze. I love you, Mark Blaze, so much. I love you. We're totally opposite, but that's what makes us so fucking close.
That's good.
Really, we're so similar, but yet total different people. It's crazy.
That's fire.
What?
Do you have any upcoming projects that you have coming out? Any content that you're doing for yourself? Any scenes that are anything? You can inform us. Literally, spill it all. I'm so
crazy.
intrigued.
Okay, I don't know how this happened. I don't know why this happened to me. Okay, you know how niches kind of find you?
Yeah.
Guess which
They
one found me?
Oh no. The mouth one?
It's kind of embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. But
foot.
no.
No. What is it? I don't. There's honestly.
Pissing.
Oh, okay. I'm so intrigued about this because I get asked to do it a lot.
They call me like
but
the
no
pee
one
queen.
will
I'm like,
specify it.
What?
And like what they want.
Pants
Like
sweating
no, I've done that. I'll pee on myself. I'll do all that stuff because I've gotten those in customs. But then they'll be like, oh, do more pee content, but no one will. I'm
You're
like,
no,
oh,
you need to pay for it if you want a custom.
Well, no, they'll tip like certain, know, when they're, but
it depends on what
they
platform.
won't specify, and then it's like, I don't know if they're embarrassed or what. So I just try to get creative with stuff.
Well, no. BJs are my favorite. That's my all-time favorite. They call me the Golden Mouth. I fucking
The golden mouth. Hashtag the golden mouth. You heard it here.
Just saying.
Kendra motherfucking Heart. The
I'm gonna
golden
have
mouth. And we're going to have that in a tag. The golden mouth.
Oh,
I like
yeah, on
that.
a plaque.
You need that on like a hat. Like, I want that.
I know, alright?
I'm going to be like, I
But
talked to her.
that's my favorite thing. What else is a good thing? I don't know. I just pretend, every day on this earth is my last day. That's how I live my life. So I just live it so fucking extra. I don't know. Not extra, but like I make sure I cover everything.
Do you have any people that you...
Oh, you were talking about my
Yes.
extra hobbies. I didn't even finish on
It's
my
okay.
hobbies.
You can go back to it. Her extra hobbies include...
Oh my gosh, I collect gold and silver.
Gold and silver.
Yes.
That confuses
and I'm
me.
starting to body. It's okay. You should really invest in some silver.
Dogecoin.
Yeah. And like my interest. Oh, I'm not wearing my fucking. Oh my gosh, I'm not wearing my Atocha coin, but I have a fascination with coins.
That's cool.
I love Spanish coins that are from like pirate history. Oh my god, it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
And also, I enjoy learning new things about our brain and space and the oceans because we technically know nothing about that. And I'm just an old lady when it comes to certain things like that. I've got 2 kids. And I'm a hardcore ass mom. I'm a basketball mom. She is killing it.
Do you find it easy now that you've... And I don't want to say that now that you've like been more secure in yourself, but more that you've just learned more and stuff, that you've just found more of a comfortability with everything that's been going on, and
What do you mean?
like with COVID and stuff, like with your comfortability with yourself.
It didn't affect me, but I've started noticing sales in 2021. It didn't affect me at all, and I'm so optimistic, like silver lining girl. I'm like, I don't know why you guys are complaining. Like you were saying earlier, you were literally like, I don't know what you're talking about. I had a good ass year. Like me too, girl. And the second I fucking started saying that, like my sales started showing, and I was like, weird. So I was like, maybe I should pipe down, But this whole COVID, I know, has been very hard for some people.
I know, part of that, I did feel that for like a 2-week period, and I was traveling, and I had content, but I wasn't dropping it to like...
Christmas time or something, or what exactly?
No, it was like the beginning of, like right after New Year's, but at the beginning of January. So like, I just like went on a quick little trip, but I had content on reserve, but I wasn't dropping it to like my normalcy. I just wasn't active on social media, and I guess I felt like this comfortability with COVID because I had kind of gotten in a routine.
Yeah.
And
you're like, you could blame it on COVID and it would be okay.
but it was me being comfortable in myself and being
God,
stagnant.
You're crazy for... Come here, you. You're crazy for actually admitting that. I would never admit that, but that's how I feel too.
That's how it was for me.
I need to step up my game with my OnlyFans. I'm not gonna lie. My mini vids and my clips for sale store they're doing pretty fucking good.
See, but
I need to
see that.
I have to step my game up. My hustle is not good enough. I'm my own worst critic.
Have you ever had a point, because this recently...
I'll fix it for you.
Oh, thank you, doll.
Yeah.
This recently just happened to me, actually. I had like a down week, and I dropped like 2%.
And it's okay to feel sad.
Well, but I dropped 2%, and it like, I was like, what did I do? And I knew I was traveling, but then I realized, I'm like, I'm being less interactive.
You're not a number,
distracted.
you're a human being.
Well,
Okay,
but I also have
first of all.
scheduled days I take off. Because I've been, well, I'm sure you've talked to Charlie Heart, but I lived in the camp house with her for so long. So you kind of get in a schedule, or at least I did, and I learned part of it from
Charlie.
Charlie.
A lot of my true grit. That
was
is in
being
a camp
in a camp
house
house.
with models and
Yeah.
crazy. You learn how to like...
But that's how I got my work ethic, where I can kind of separate it.
Hell yeah.
Me partying and having fun, or even just being with my girlfriends, and then me like, okay, you need to work and get this content done and have a backup just in case something happens and you aren't able to work. I feel like that's a...
For some people, they can't. Yeah. I wasn't able to travel, so I had to really grind on my own personal stores and stuff like that, which is fine. I needed to do that anyways, but It's
Well,
difficult.
yeah, for the beginning of travel, or for the beginning of COVID, no one was traveling. Yeah, I wasn't traveling at all. I was too scary, and I was around too many old people. So I was just working locally and getting tested every 24 hours, and it was taxing, but in the end, it paid off. I'm just glad I was able to hold out, like, mentally headstrong before I, like, lost my shit. And I was like, I need a break. Because thank God it took me a few months. I'm actually pretty sure those are just regular chips. It's just part of like their foreign brand.
Okay.
Are they good?
Oh my God. Have you eaten these?
I mean, I honestly, I'm not.
Are you vegan or something?
No, not at all. I'm just not really big on, like, candy and snacks and stuff. I only drink soda and stuff if I'm drinking alcohol. My parents were, like, weirdly strict on that for some reason, so it's like, good. Scarred me for life.
My mom was big on health for me, too.
You fucking
my dad,
bitch.
He really preached health. Health.
You want to know? My dad was the same, but you want to know what my dad, I swear to God, verbatim, when my father found out I was doing porn.
Oh my God.
I swear to God.
I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
Oh, I absolutely will. So, again, my great-grandfather founded a church in Washington State. That's where I'm from.
Holy shit.
So that's a huge thing. I grew up in the church my whole life. I was a church camp counselor for like 8 years of, your working life before you're an adult. So, my dad verbatim said, "It's got to be someone's daughter." He was like, it's got to be someone's daughter. So what the fuck is the point? He was like, yeah, your mom's crying, but like.
And it was his.
The fuck are we gonna do? You're cool. Like, you're cool. You're not a drug addict. You're paying your own bills. You're giving people money who need it. Like, and you're saving and investing. I think the youngest will be all right.
Man.
Shout out to you, my dude.
I hope my dad never sees any of this. I didn't think my dad Man, I'm sorry, Dad. Listen, I didn't know you had
my God.
Twitter.
Wait. We'll cut. We're so sorry.
Listen.
I'm so sorry. I love her.
My header
Your
on
daughter
my
is a
Instagram-
blessing. Thank you for allowing her to be present in this life. She's a joy.
My header
and we
on
didn't even get
Instagram-
started on good terms. And I really like her.
Is that one lit?
You can have it if you want. You could have this.
My header
you could
on
also
Instagram
have this.
says, I just don't want my daddy to see this. And I didn't know he was cool and savvy with the Instagram and shit. I didn't know old man fucking had new shit. I was thinking,
Are you guys Facebook friends?
No, yes.
Okay, but if you're Facebook friends.
I know.
Okay.
But I didn't know he even had the other freaking things.
I feel that. If you're Facebook friends, in case you didn't know this, sex workers
that's how
and
the
people
dad
like,
found out.
if you are on Facebook or Instagram with any family member or anything and you do not want them to see your other platform, do not sync and also block whatever profile you do not want them to see, because I promise you they'll find you. I have gotten deleted 12 times, and I have one family member, she's my sister, fucking bitch. She literally keeps trying to follow my porn pages. And I'm like, first off, Thanksgiving got real fucking
What is she,
awkward.
younger or older?
No, she's my oldest sister. My middle sister's the coolest person in the world. Literally. She's a stripper. And what's funny, she kind of disowned me when I started doing porn, and then, obviously, after that, she was cool.
Accepted it.
You didn't have to have like a grace period though of people like kind of like getting over the hump, or was
I didn't tell my siblings for
the
longest time. My dad is the only one that found out, and I was
He found it himself.
Yes, girl.
Oh no!
And I'm like, oh my God, you poor man.
What a hip guy.
I'm like,
what a fucking hip guy.
And he comes to me. He can't even tell me. He doesn't know how to communicate that well. He comes to me. Listen, this is just a side note example. He couldn't even tell me. He tried to give me the sex talk when I told him I was pregnant with my first child. I was like, Dad, that's not how it works. It's too late. Like, what are you doing? So he fucking doesn't really know how to communicate. And when he found out that I was in porn, he was just like, he thought that I was like doing it behind my man's back. And he was like, honey,
how do you explain that to your parent? Yeah.
He was like, is there anything I need to help
feel you.
He was like, giving me the side card, like, do you need help? And I'm like, no, Dad, I'm fine. And it's been like that ever since. It's weird.
But you haven't found any real, like, animosity, like, from anyone?
What?
From your family, like, since you've gotten insecure and solidified yourself in the industry.
My little sister's proud of me, but it grosses me out that she's proud of me because she's my little sister. I'm like, she's like, how's your day? Trying to get all the details, and I'm like, no. I'm like, you're a child to me. You know, she's only 8 years younger than me, but still, that's my baby sister. And I'm like, you don't need the details. And she's like, tell me everything. And I'm like, I don't agree with that. And then my brother, he knows, but he don't want to hear shit about it.
Is porn
He's like, la, 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 la. You know, my baby sister.
So it's like a don't speak about it, it's not there type deal.
Yeah, for Kyle, but he's proud of me. My brother, he's definitely proud of me.
But you guys don't like verbally
but he's
talk
not like,
about it.
He's not like, tell me about you getting
no,
rammed on camera.
But,
you know what I
but
mean?
there's a difference of like you acknowledge it or you don't verbally talk about it at all.
It's my sister that's like asking the questions.
No, but that's
and
so.
I'm like,
At least you have. Well, maybe when she gets older. You can divulge
I'm like,
into
what are you?
her a bit.
You want an OnlyFans? I'm like, oh my god, everybody has that. I was like,
Would
no.
you help her build her OnlyFans if she wanted to?
I mean, I don't think so because her fucking stupid ass boyfriend's too controlling and would probably control her the shit out of that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I feel that.
She's too young right now. She's too young-minded.
Well, but
she's 20. You know, she's in school to be a heart surgeon.
A heart surgeon.
Dude, she's smart as fuck, but I'm telling you what, her common sense, I don't understand it. I'm like, I would never, ever, if I was on my deathbed, I wouldn't let you work on me. You know what I mean? Her common sense is, you know what I mean?
I feel you. Honestly, unfortunately, some people like that, I feel like they really, and it sounds super cliche, but they really do just kind of have to learn.
This keeps going out. I guess it's all the keef that's on it. I'm just going to set it down.
It's okay, doll.
Yeah,
you've
just
truly
so
been a dream to have on. Do you have any projects that are coming up that you're dropping? Anything that you've dropped that I need to keep an eye out for?
I'm on my sites. I've just started. I shoot.
Oh, you can let us know.
I shoot sometimes. I shoot sometimes with I don't really shoot with newer producers unless they're actually somebody.
No, but I like that you have
kind of pick
because
and choose
unfortunately. Some people don't know that or don't have that luxury.
I don't fuck with bottom feeders anymore. I don't. You know, I've leveled up and I try to work on my own shit and stay in my own lane and grow myself, you know, and then rebrand.
People in porn are so much harder to find out about than people in any other industry.
What, like personally?
Well, I mean, obviously, if you speak to someone, it's a little different. But, like, online...
God,
I go online and it's all
porn.
fake stuff, you know.
Yeah,
I can't trust anything I find online for porn people. So you literally have to ask them yourself. Like, I mean, there's a benefit to it because you get the kind of forefront. So that is cool. I really do like that, but it's also kind of nerve-wracking that sometimes you'll kind of meet people for the first time on set, and it's like. It's so intense, and you're like,
I mean,
okay, we're gonna fuck.
For me, look, you want to be honest? I'll be honest. I fucking don't care about their faces. You know, I love it. I truly love what I do. You know, so I just look at them. If they've got a nice penis and a good test,
perfect.
Yes.
Are you equally as interested in shooting with girls?
Oh, for sure.
I love that.
Yes, and training, but I'm not sure about how to go about that. What are your thoughts on crossing over?
I've been bi for forever.
Well, no, I mean, like, you know what I mean as far as career-wise.
No, but
it's a choice.
career-wise, early on, I was, like, nervous about it, but I genuinely think most of that was heightened from the agency aspect and having an agent and
for a time it was like no.
Yeah, that people won't respond well to it, blah blah blah. You know, but it's like to me, I don't know. Like it seems crazy to me. Like I'm like if it's not your thing, whatever. But certain things don't bother me. But like I don't know. Like I'm like I've never not been attracted to any kind of person. Like I like anyone.
And the only reason I'm not lesbian is because I like dick so much. So
it's a perfect combination.
So that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
But it is. It is. I don't know. Like I'm like
a beautiful woman with a cock. Are you kidding me?
I'm like if I can't have both, why not have both in one?
Yeah. No, I'm an equal opportunist, I guess you could say. Like it could have a pulse, and I'll be on it. I don't know. I just enjoy sex. I do.
I enjoy you. You're.
Do you?
I do.
Okay. I'm fucking high.
Are you high?
I'm high as fuck.
I mean, you can't
I'm
tell
telling
that
you
I'm
what.
enjoying.
Look, it's illegal in my state. I can't just go to the store and get it.
To be fair, yeah, I've been smoking weed like legally since I was like.
I have to get it. I have to get the old
Washington.
way. Yeah, I got. Yeah, and I can't wait to tell my kids like the horror stories of like scoring weed in the back alley.
Yeah.
Now they can just go to the store. It's crazy. Or internet. I'm gonna be like, I'm from the 1900s. How do you feel about that? You know.
I mean, I was born in '96.
I know.
So I don't know. I'm mixed about it. I don't care. I was informed the other day I was a millennial, Gen Z. I don't know.
I know.
I can't remember. I'm
recant
high
that
right
statement,
now.
Don't you?
I'm like, it was something, and I was like,
Whatever.
okay. And they were talking about a side part, and I got offended. And I said, oh no. Like, I'm in the group.
Can I have it?
You can hit anything you want. I was just smashing that. Kendra, where can we find you online? What tags can we follow? Give me everything.
Well, find me on KendraHeart.com and KendraHeartXXX.com. First of all, that's where you can buy my porn. But for free, I want you to follow me on Instagram and my Twitter. Help me grow that shit, because I'm shadow banned as fuck.
We all know how social media hates on our sex
Yeah.
workers, so
That's
you
all
heard
I
it
ask.
here first.
I just asked you to follow me and buy my porn. That's what I want.
Pay for your porn, boys.
Yeah.
Mwah.